What up, bud?
What's happening? It's Hey, how you doing?
I don't know. How are you doing?
Good. You got thrown for a loop. I know.
Yeah, it's super fun. What's going
It's
on?
okay.
How's everybody?
Who we got? Oh man, got the other waffle in here. This is great. I'm loving this.
The
This is
other
good.
waffles.
Tom, what
I saw
happens?
what?
Can I want to know what happens when your office mate comes in late? Does it throw off your flow usually?
No, he's all good. It's just when I have stuff planned like this, like if I were to have like a Zoom meeting or a call or something like this, and I like forget to tell him. Um,
Mm,
it's like it's very hit and miss if he's gonna come in. Like sometimes he just has busy meeting days and he's out in the field the entire day. Like I see him for 10 to 15 minutes in the morning and then I like never see him again. Um, but yeah, there are plenty of times when he comes in, I'm just hanging out in the office. I don't have any calls or whatever. I'm just working on the computer and we have, our little chats. Like we definitely like I definitely like having like being in the office and he enjoys it too. So we just have, we're both dads, both married, both work in construction and both business owners. So just have a lot of stuff in common that we talk about.
I hear you, man. Feel like you've talked very fondly of your office mates. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good dude. He is a good dude. How's your day going, man?
Man, thanks for asking. I just cooked up some dinner for the fam, and then I ran out, and I said, "I'm not eating with you. I have better people to go see." And I got over here.
Ran out, you mean like down the hall to the bedroom?
Exactly. It's exactly where it was. As I closed the
They're like, we
door,
can
and I still
still hear
hear that.
you, Dad.
It's like we're eating with everybody right now. This is great.
Yeah. Oh man.
What does
So what
the
do you want
day
to talk
bring
about
you? What
today?
does Monday bring you? I want to talk about
Um,
Monday. I want to talk about Monday. I want to talk about. You know what I also want to talk about? I want to talk about. This is a great moment. I was like, you know what, Dom has some stuff coming up. He might not be able to actually hop in, but this is a great transition in the year. We have a lot of kids that are starting to go back to school right now. Your kids are back in school, and I think
mhm.
it throws in a whole new uh, a whole new challenge for a lot of people. I think coming out of the summer, some things can be easier, some things can be challenging. So I think it's really helpful for anyone to maybe have a little bit of an outlet, or at least we can kind of talk about some of those things, which would be awesome. I did also want to talk about crypto. How what another like a second MetaMask or like a
Yeah.
custodial Coinbase? Like, is that a thing? Should we do that right now? Um, but that was on my mind.
Yeah. I was gonna say earlier, Caitlin and her family was on my mind because I did pop over to Twitter for a minute this morning, and I saw she's dealing with some floods out there. So
Hmm.
that's a bummer. She just said her school got flooded, so that sucks. That's unfortunate. Those weather states.
What we got here? School
It's a
flooded, so my
bummer.
coworkers had to go extreme cleanup today. Oh man,
Yeah, that sucks.
it's crazy.
I don't think she's in
Is
school yet.
flooding a normal thing over there? Is flooding a normal thing? And for you guys, are you guys up near? Are you guys like at the bottom? Are you guys at the bottom of a mountain? Like, why are you guys flooding? Why does it happen?
Um, so yeah, as far as financial, yeah, that's tough, man. I see where you're coming from about setting up little wallets and like kind of tiptoeing your kids into the space, but the space is so ripe with just mystery and complication. I don't know. I don't know how you do it or how you would do it. I couldn't wrap my brain around it right now, but you know, that's just me.
can I ask you something maybe you've brought up before? I don't know, but something
Mhm.
that I feel like could be somewhat vulnerable, right? Because it's like anything money. Uh, are you currently putting money away for your kids in some capacity?
Um, a little bit, but not much. Like way less than we should. So yeah, it's just normal, like normal like savings account. So it's probably better ways to do it, but that's why this conversation started like a week or two ago. Was like me, I'm trying to get in a different state of mind and learn more about finances so that I can, you know, once in a 500-year storm. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, those suck. That's what we have to prep for here when we're doing construction. We have to prep for those storms. And like it always makes me laugh because like we're building these systems that could handle that rain. But like in California, we barely get any rain. So I always kind of like laugh. I kind of laugh that like 500 years from now, the house I build like goes through that storm, but like the systems don't work because they haven't been used in 500 years. But not to make light of your situation, B and Caitlin and other people out there in Wisconsin, but yeah.
B Miller, are you challenged with this rain as well? Is it something? I mean, knowing you have a mobile business as well, I'm sure the rain doesn't help during those moments either.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. It's also wild that I get all of my news from just jumping on Twitter for 5 seconds and seeing Caitlin's post.
Yeah, and you know what? I move news faster. What? Move news moves faster over on X for sure. Uh, so we got to answer financial questions. My inventory now, not to sell, but have available. Interesting. B Miller, what made you decide to hop onto Whatnot and sell? I know you have enough inventory to do this and great inventory too. Actually, you know what? Um, I don't have a wild amount of inventory over here, but I did recently. I had a goal of cutting my wardrobe and cutting down like everything I have here by like a third. I was like
Hmm.
with only two-thirds of the things that I have. So I went through my wardrobe um, and all those things out. Just needed to like it's just like when you start, when you start identifying your environment and like your environment's stale, you just gotta like rip it apart. You just gotta like start anew
Yeah,
in some sort of way. And that was it's like a spring cleaning kind of thing, but I just needed to kind of do that. So I was keeping a couple like of these collectible things under my bed. And so I'm now starting to kind of inventory, take pictures and put them up over on eBay. So we'll see what happens there. But it is something where I'm like, all right, I'm starting to see the evolution of collecting and starting to maybe understand the season of this. So
this is not as easy on my phone, so I'm sorry,
that's
people.
okay.
Yeah, I
You're
got into that a little bit this weekend, or what did this weekend? I think it was last week. I started cleaning up my room, my wife's side of the dresser. I actually unloaded all my stuff. I was like, look, this stuff, I never use this dresser. Like we have a dresser and like half the drawers are
mm,
hers and half are mine. And I'm like, I never use anything in the dresser. Like all my clothes that I wear is in the closet. And so I just went through it and I got rid of all of it and like put some stuff aside. Like there's like that random snow gear that like has no good place, or like dress socks for the 5 times a year I go out. But I have 20 pairs of dress socks. Um, the random like Mardi Gras like bow tie and suspenders that I bought the one time I went to New Orleans and like kept, because like I might go back, like that kind of shit. And so I started doing that, and then I gave her the rest of the dresser, and I reorganized all her stuff for her. And then yeah, my next project is the closet because all my stuff is in the closet, and it is pretty overfilling with collectibles and memorabilia too.
I totally thought these were gonna have a bigger purpose in my life at some point, and
I
they
know. I'm
definitely did
surprised
not.
you didn't wear them for the tournament or something like that.
Wore them like once, but I have all these dress socks now for no reason whatsoever. That's okay. That's okay though. It's fine.
Yeah,
And I have all these
yeah.
hats. I was like, I have all these hats, all of these hats. So we gotta get. I mean, these aren't even the ones I wear. These are just the extras. So I gotta
Oh
get
my
rid of those.
gosh.
Uh, but I've been really thinking about trying to help my oldest daughter out with um and her brain works like my brain. We need a little bit of an executive functioning focus sometimes, and so I've been trying to let her know. I was like, we got to. I'm cleaning up my stuff. You got to clean out your stuff. So when you get up, there's just no question whatsoever that you just know what you're gonna wear. Like I remember I had this friend who he was like, I only buy earth tone clothes. He's like, only because the simple reason is because when I get up, I don't want to have to, step around or kind of dig through anything that I'm not going to wear. I'm not going to wear these big bright colors. So I'm just going to get these, and it's
Yeah.
one less mental lift for the day. And so it's one thing that I need, and it's one thing I know that my oldest needs. I'm like, get rid of this stuff. I was like, if you go in your closet and you've pushed something aside like 5 times, take it out. Just rip it out. Let's just get rid of it. So
Yeah, I imagine you guys have to be really good at that, like in a apartment in Brooklyn, right? Like with
yeah,
your
for sure.
space. I mean, I feel like I got closets on closets on closets and a garage. So, like, oh, you push that aside for a couple of months? Yeah, let's just go throw it down into the garage for a year
But,
or 2 years.
man, but you will fill, not you, anybody will fill the space that you're given. And like
Hmm.
I
Yep.
think I think a lot of us that grew up like through the 80s and into the 90s, like we grew up with like, I think back to my friends' kitchens and houses, and like it was just like you had so many rooms, like because I grew up, more rural. So like if you had a room, something was in it. There was a couch in it, there was a TV in it. Like there's a TV in every single room of my house growing up. Like you could stand in the middle of our house and you could just hear different TVs going off, and it's like why I think we need some of that space. So definitely something that I think there's not been an overcorrection, but I know that I'm definitely focusing in on for myself. And so I think what I'm saying is if I was living somewhere else, I don't know about I probably would still be the same. I think I would still make sure that we did not have as much stuff. I'm like, don't fill that corner, keep that corner open, let it breathe.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The second something gets removed, it's like, wait, that looks so awkward. Why is that empty like that? Like I feel like that's gonna happen with my wife. So like I gave her the rest of the dresser, right? So now essentially her available clothing in the dresser, like the space that she had just doubled. So I put all of her stuff, like I instead of like all of her jeans like being stuffed and crammed into the drawer, like where it explodes when you open it, I separated it into like one drawer is like her blue jeans and one drawer are her other colored jeans, but it's like half full. So now I'm like, fast forward 2 years, they're both stuffed. Like, I hope not, but yeah, that's the life you live when you when you declutter. It's almost like your brain is like it's like a race to reclutter again.
Oh god. Wait, so what do we sometimes I'm
I don't
like,
know how you
what
fix
could I
it.
just I think sometimes you know, I think what holds people back sometimes is like, but I spent money on this. And I feel like there's this like
Yeah.
pit in my stomach that I get when someone says, but we can't get rid of it. It's still good. When I hear that, I'm like,
Mhm, mhm.
ugh, it
Yep.
doesn't matter. It's not
I
good
have
for me.
I have bins on bins on bins of that. Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah, you just gotta
so
go in
whether
the
it's this,
garage every now and then and just dump one of them without looking. Like you should pay for a service where like a guy just walks into your house, grabs a bin and throws it in the trash. And like you don't even get to see him. You don't even get to pick the bin. He just goes and does it.
I'm pretty sure that's like a thing, no? Is it not?
I don't know. Maybe.
Might be. We should start that.
Ah,
Um, give me give me some tips. Give me some tips on starting school up right now. Not
for
nervous.
starting school?
Yeah.
Oof. I mean, I don't know. Like starting getting the kids motivated on the different routine. Like I don't know how different your kids' sleep and awake and morning schedule is from summer to the school year. And what's funny is my kids wake up routine and like daily routine was pretty atrocious during the summer. Like they would just relax and sleep and not be motivated and be in pajamas all day and not shower for what seemed like weeks, and like their eating
Hmm.
habits were garbage. But like they picked it up like right away when school hit. They were just like awake, dressed, ready, excited, day after day. Like routines are key in my life for sure, but um man, those little monsters, they went from 0 to 60, you know? I don't know how they do it.
0 to 60 back to school. I mean, I feel like you got to be excited. I was always excited for school. I was always excited
Yeah.
for school. I feel like, because, I know for us growing up, it was either sports, no sports, or school, right?
Mm,
And so
mhm.
it was like, we never had time to really think about doing anything else besides play on like three different soccer teams at a
Uh-oh.
time, or
Is that
like
just
there was
me?
just nothing. It was just like that, like, that,
I lost trying.
oh no, is it just you? Just me?
Mm,
Chat, can you hear anybody?
can't even see my
Ryan's
signal,
here.
dude.
Oh, Dom, I can hear you though. And Dom is here. All right. Maybe Dom was here. You're right. Um, what was I thinking about? Yeah, Dom, I don't think there was an issue, Ben. I think you just couldn't hear me, maybe.
Ryan's here and Dom's here. Dom was here.
Dom, why don't you pop back out? Oh,
I
you
don't
can't
know what
hear me.
happened.
Pop.
I lost everything. Sorry, guys.
Dom is gone now. You think Dom can read the chat, guys? Let's see. Dom, pop out and back in. You can see that. Yeah, I can. Dom, there's no issue with Dom for me right now, so he's kind of there. Um, but yeah, I was always excited to go back to school. Did anyone here like really hate school? Like you just like it was something that you just never wanted. Like I would feel so bad for able to just handle school, doesn't want to go to school. I don't know if it's because of bullying or a learning disability or I don't know. Man, I was like escaping something. Always something that like, you know, I wanted to go. I was still kind of a big thing there, but it was something I wanted to go. So if I ever hear they don't want to go to school, I'm like, what's going on? Something's happening.
Hmm.
Um, I'm also like, but I was also like, Jason and I were in a family where, perfect attendance was really looked up to. So, like, you had to show up. Like, there was no reason to not go to school. It was like, yeah, okay, you're sick. I get it. Go be sick at school. And so, I'm probably, I think other parents probably like this too, but I'm like, let's take them out of school for 3 days. Let's just go on a trip somewhere. Like, I don't think we need perfect attendance. Maybe not like ACS called on us. I think for us to know that there is life outside of just the education that you can learn outside of the classroom. Um, Man, I remember like they always gave out the perfect attendance um, like awards to kids, and I would like miss maybe one day. It would be like one day or like half of a day because of like a doctor's appointment or something, right? And I remember, it might not be good, but I feel like I used to judge myself based on it. I was like, man, you couldn't do that. You couldn't get to school every day, Ryan.
Oh no.
What's happening in life? Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I was also just incredibly, incredibly into, you know, my relationship, like the girl that I was dating, and I dated the same girl for so long. I look back now and I'm like, what the hell? No one was like, what are you doing? Stop doing this. Not that she's a bad person, not at all, but it was just the, why now? Why have you chosen to be completely monogamous at this point in your life? Um, and we would go through like little moments of breakups and like, but you would still like, you couldn't really not go to school. It's always a big part of it. It was always kind of like a little bit of drama, but
Hmm.
still an escape. It's good.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of school. Um, didn't care about attendance or anything like that, and I don't care about it with my kids either. My Bailey's
Yeah.
very hardcore on school. I think she just likes it. I think she's just having a good time, and she enjoys a couple teachers. She enjoys a lot of her friends. Um, Brooklyn seems to be pretty mixed about it, not really having some good years and stuff like that. And then Bentley, all previous years, he would cry going in, have a fun time, and be good, but good coming out, but then like would not want to go the next day. And now this year he's doing better. He hasn't cried once. He's been good. He's enjoying his class. So something changed. He still will occasionally say, I don't want to go to school, but it's very short lived. So far so good with the three of them.
Do you guys know how many days your kid can miss of school before it's an issue?
Um,
Other waffle I knows this. It has, I'm sure it does. In New York
yeah, I
City,
don't. Go ahead.
New
I
York
don't.
City, I didn't even know this. Missing 10% more of school days is a serious concern as and is tracked. What does that mean though? Doesn't like they look at you like this is concerning. Like
Yeah,
they make a judgment call? Like that doesn't sound right.
yeah. Well, I think
Because
it's
how
more
many
along the
school
lines of like how they are missing them. Like if it's a excuse, like if it's like a legitimate reason, if it's like just sick days or all sick days, or if they're just like you're just travel bugs and going places. Like Amy was calling this morning to let the school know that we'll be gone, like the kids will be gone for like a week, and so like missing five
Mhm,
or six days, and so she has to go like fill something out. And then the teachers will give them like a homeschooling packet for a week or something like that. So I don't know if that's considered like an excused like good absent, or if that's going to count to the overall. It's not like they're just like, it's not like Caitlin's saying truancy can lead to them getting the cops involved. It's not like they're not missing school because we're shit parents and aren't taking them, or like being, whatever that is that would
mhm.
cause for concern for like we're just taking them to Hawaii to have some fun in the middle of the year.
I'm so sorry. Tr So the word truancy is specific to missing school. Is that true or no? Truancy is out, isn't it outside of school? Is truancy a crime in the US? What's going on?
I don't
It
know.
was.
Look it up on your
I'm not
computer.
sure.
I don't.
Well, I was
It's not.
trying to. I just
That's the only time I've heard it used is in school, in
oh,
a school setting.
kind of a big
Have you
word.
heard it anywhere else?
I feel like I have. I wasn't sure. Hey, B. Miller, you were a cop. Did you ever have to like show up to something because some kid was like missing school? But first of all, there's 180 school days in the year, which actually doesn't sound like a lot, but I guess it is. But 10%. So at 10%, the school goes, "I'm concerned," and they'll talk
Yeah.
to you. And so 18 days. 18 days. That's basically what? That's going to be a little more than 2 weeks at that
Mm-hmm.
point. And then I guess like for testing and stuff like that, that would be an issue. So that's interesting. Okay. Well, now you know. My kids having a hard time out there. Well, this is good. I now I understand the 18 days. Um, And then there's excused absences, right? Excused for reasons, illnesses, religious observance, family emergencies, prearranged appointments.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but still, it's 10% of excused or unexcused. Okay. Okay. Sometimes I feel like when I'm on a call, my kids go crazy and
Crazier.
they
Yeah.
just know. It's just like they decide to. And plus, my 4-year-old only has one volume. It's just called too loud. And so just
Same with my
screams.
it's the same with my 6-year-old. Like whenever he's playing a game, he's just like we're like right next to him, like, buddy, lower your voice. He's like, you guys are talking too. And I'm like, yeah, but none of us are yelling.
You're right. No, you're
Like the
true.
na-
What's
the
up, kiddo?
neighbor just texted me. He can hear you.
Mommy have ice You're not letting him scream? No.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Why not? Because. Why not? Because he didn't let me have the ice cream. Is there a reason again of ice cream? Yeah. You didn't have dinner? I
Okay.
just want to ice cream. Do you want some chicken? So you can go you don't want anything? You don't have ice cream. Okay, you want to wait for a minute and then try it? I don't have ice cream. Here, why don't you go with mommy and see if you can take a bite and then maybe you guys get ice cream? No. What do I do? Chat. What you doing? Yeah, I know, but we have to have dinner first. Can't just have ice cream in your belly. Okay.
Poor girl.
Um.
I
So
know that
yeah, no,
feeling,
I'm.
dude. I know that move.
What's the move?
Well, I just like my kids. I mean, sometimes it's like that's the move they want for breakfast. It's like, Dad, I just want
Yeah,
candy. I'm like, what? No, you gotta eat something. No, but I just want marshmallows, dude.
I know. There's like it makes it something where I try not to take anything away from them, and so it was always something like I never try and be like restrictive, but it's the idea. I'm like, I just need you to make sure that you know that you just can't have only ice cream in your stomach. You can have ice cream. Just go eat something. It's just
Yeah.
like, all falls apart from there. But I don't know. I'm not that strict with them whatsoever, but like my oldest is a picky eater now.
Mm.
And we're working through that. And then my youngest, she's not a picky eater. She just and then tells us what she's never going to eat again.
Sure
So
you did, Caitlin. Sure.
yeah.
With your power out, is that what it is? Sorry. Sorry. It's like you should text or Kayla, you should let Ryan's daughter know that that should have been her move. Daddy, I have to eat it or it'll melt. Teaching the Turner kids bad habits. 101.
Oh, my kids have enough bad habits right now. Um, that's also brings me to the idea of I don't. I kind of wish school gave a little bit more. Maybe this year, I kind of wish they gave a little bit more online work. They don't. I mean, like kids are
Oh,
young,
okay. Yeah.
but I feel like we want a little bit of like purpose behind it. And so it's like, can I go on the iPad? Well, we have our rules, but at the same time, yeah, let's go on the iPad, but you have to go on the iPad for school right now. And so I want them to kind of understand like, the iPad is not just fun at all times. Plus there's other things you can do. Like my daughter keeps asking for a dog right now. And I'm like, you don't do anything when we have dogs here. So like you're not getting a dog. And so she saw like a poster on a window and she was like, Dad, I want these dogs. And I was like, I don't care. And so it was a Australian Shepherd. And I was like, sweetie, first of all, an Australian Shepherd in Brooklyn is ridiculous. I don't know why someone's having Australian Shepherd puppies right now. And so I was like, I'd love for you to go home and I want you to like research and let me know like two things about an Australian Shepherd dogs. And I'm like, well, then show me you love dogs and go find out something. And she still hasn't. But I remember when I was her age, we had the Encyclopedia Britannicas. You ever have
Hmm.
those? Like the
Yeah.
wall. Oh my
Yeah. Yeah.
gosh, I think we brought it up one day here. So we had like a shelf, like a whole bookshelf of them. I remember I loved opening up Encyclopedia Britannicas because like it was like the world was right there. You could always just learn something new, and that
Yeah.
was the most that was an amazing thing. And so I'm like, the kids don't really have that though, right? Um,
Not those
s-
books. Yeah, internet mainly took over that. I mean, it's not that the kids don't have those. It's the like you and your brothers didn't have those. Your parents got those, and you guys just enjoyed using them too, right? So it's actually our us as parents that are the ones that probably should be bringing those back into our house, if if we wanted that. I'm hoping to incorporate Chat GPT this year. Oh, that's cool.
how can we do that safely? Dom recently was like, I need to chat GPT more. Remember you said this, Dom?
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I had
I
actually
knew.
used ChatGPT to like open up a program. Like I said, I want to start using you for 15 minutes a day. Can you help me with some sort of like curriculum to help me better understand the app, to get better at prompting, this kind of stuff. And it like kind of threw something together. It was like, well, based on our chat histories, we could do like, you know, every day something different based on what you've, already been doing. And so it kind of like laid out this like 7 days a week program. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Well, let's change it a little bit since I'm like 4 days at work. Let's make like the 4 days of Monday through Thursday like work based stuff. And then let's make Friday, Saturday, and Sunday more like life based stuff. So I kind of like,
Mhm.
adjusted it and was playing around with it. It's been okay. It's been pretty fun.
Okay.
You know, I've been trying to get in the app more. Like I deleted all the other apps that like, when you open up your phone and you're like, ooh, what do I want to do? Like, why did I open this phone? And like you immediately go to like the Twitter or the Instagram or your favorite game or whatever. So I deleted all those. And now it's actually really weird. When I open my phone, I look at it and I'm like, why the fuck did I open this? Like there's nothing, there's nothing calling, like there's no red bubbles, there's nothing calling my name right now. And so I'll open up ChatGPT and I'll just like play around in there, or I'll go to my checklist and see what I'm supposed to be doing for the rest of the day.
Caitlin, what did you learn in your training? Um, you got paid for it, so that's pretty awesome. I would love to know what it is that you learned because sometimes I feel like I'm only in Chat GPT, but there's so many um, AI tools that I'm not using them. So, but
Oh
I
yeah.
do feel as if I'm overusing GPT right now, just because I will go there and I'll start to be like, okay, this is my plan, and I get lost in my planning and like the
Mm-hmm.
organizing and everything else, and all of a sudden I didn't make any progress. And so then at the when I realize this, I'm like, hold on, where are we? And then I'll like ask it like, organize this for me. It doesn't even make sense to me anymore. So it gets really confusing.
Make this simple.
But I know I just and so I see it as like such this like crutch right now. And then there's moments that I was talking with someone recently about this about how um well here's two things. One thing was like I heard it was an educator maybe. He had mentioned that with his students now he has to remind them to turn on their face. Did anyone see this? Did anyone see this guy talk? He said he was like asking the world. He's like, does anyone else notice this right now? He says, I have to constantly remind my students or whoever it was. I forget. Yeah, he must have been a teacher. He was like, I have to remind them to turn on their face. And he was like, because what's
Hmm.
happening is they sit there and there's like talking to them, there's nothing. It's they just have this long drawn out face where he's like, I think they're not enjoying themselves or learning anything and they don't want to be here. And then when
Yeah.
he's done, he goes, "Are you guys okay? Did you guys enjoy that?" And they're like, "Yeah, that was great. I'm so thank you." Like he would like he's saying they're like going up, and he's like, "But I have to remind them to turn on their face because that is nonverbal communication." So he was saying, "Is
Hmm.
anyone else noticing this?" And that's not just like a GPT thing, but that is like just the, I think overall everything within social media. So that was interesting. But the other is I was appreciating someone who had said something about that there is going to be this like lost art of learning about how going through school. And I don't want to sound like this old geezer here, but going through school and being challenged, having to learn in a certain way, and that we can't just kind of pull up everything at once. And it was a challenge in learning the way it had to at its benefits, because level like I'm seeing go through some of these things and I'm like, all right, give me everything, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm overwhelmed and I don't even learn it, so it becomes an issue.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to
So
follow.
yeah, it is. So Caitlin, I hope that they give my kids a little bit more stuff to work on. There's Jason.
What up,
What's happening,
Jason?
brother?
Jason, that
Jason,
did he say
you
back to
teaching
school
kids
night for him?
GPT? I think it's family night, right? Is that what you said, Jason? Family night?
Happy late afternoon from Mountain Time.
That's
Silly
a fake
Mountain
time.
Time.
I believe Brofit's also Mountain Time.
He's
Ice
like
cream
the
social open
non-adjusted.
house.
He's the non-adjusted time. His own time zone.
I, I think people who live in Mountain Time just they like flitter off into like, dreamland somewhere, and they're not really a thing anymore. They're just gone. They become not human for a long time. What is the ice cream of choice at the social open house? I'd be so curious if we can choose vanilla's ice creams. I mean, we also know that cookie dough is a good option, but that um, chocolate chip is just going to be by far the best ice cream. So, but let us know. So, Dad Bob in here. Dad Bob, so good to see you up in Boston.
Butterfingers ice
Butterfingers
cream.
ice
Yep.
cream.
Butterfinger. Butterfinger everything. Butterfinger is the alpha treat.
Hey Jason,
100%.
are parents asking about ChatGPT? Are parents asking about that stuff? Curious. I
Also,
have no
are the
idea.
kids asking about Butterfingers?
Uh, hey Jason, tell me if you remember this. You loved fingers as a kid, and you always got Butterfingers. And then what you would do is you would eat the Butterfingers, and it would always get stuck in your teeth. And then you would put in your teeth, and you'd swish it around, and you'd like make it go in and out of your teeth. And you'd show me your teeth. Remember that, Jason? I stopped eating Butterfingers because of that. That they were the thing. So turned up. But Bart Simpson was the spokesperson for Butterfingers. It was hard not to
Pretty much.
not to like.
Yeah.
So Jason says that so that parents aren't asking, more like you're telling them. You're telling them about AI. Parents aren't asking. How are parents asking about it? Wait, are people not using AI right now? Are there people out there that just aren't using AI? Maybe they just aren't. Like, are people not aware
I'm
of it?
sure. I'm sure there are.
Opt,
My
opt
my
out of
bud Scott doesn't
brushing
really use it.
teeth or opt out of AI?
They can opt out. They can opt out of brushing their teeth with a Butterfinger.
Why? Okay, so why would parents be against AI? I know why. I have an idea why. People don't use it. How don't people? Okay, I don't know about anybody else, but AI, it feels like we are on the verge, like the cusp of a because it's the devil. Um, so so, but does anyone else not feel like we're on the cusp of some sort of wild, change within society with AI? How can someone see this and or need to feel they have to get involved? I don't understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. I is it like a is like an NFT crypto thing? Are we just maybe more tuned into it because we're more on this side of things? I don't know. But
I
I'm
think
right
so.
now, I'm getting a little bit, but does it take away original thinking or does it magnify original thinking? I think our kids have to know that. I think that if someone is not helping themselves and their kids understand any AI right now, that they are themselves behind. It's a detriment.
Yeah. No, I
Yay,
agree.
nay, are we
Fine.
agreeing? Feeling hot.
Got Ryan all hot and bothered with this AI talk.
I like AI though.
Yeah, I think like you said, we're a little closer to it, like in everything that we're doing and that we're, somewhat obsessed with the Bitcoin, the NFTs, Gary V, like all that stuff. So it's like it's being a little bit more pushed to us and we're a little bit more forefront of some of it. Whereas like other people, like my office buddy, like he knows about it. I tell him,
Mhm.
sometimes I'll just say like, "Oh, just ask ChatGPT," and he's like, "Yeah, I should. I need to get more into that." And then like that's as far as it go. Like I don't sit there and like, say, "Oh, let me teach you," or blah blah blah. Let me show you. Oh, I lost you again.
No, you didn't. I mean, um, there's just that I think we just have a lag, which is tough. Maybe you did lose me. I don't know.
Be right back,
Um,
folks.
Dad Bob, are you? I know you're so in touch with your girls. Um, are you teaching your girls how to use AI? You're using it from home often. I'm curious. Do you bring it up? Do you talk with them? See what's going on? Jason says my girls use it. Only thing I have to do is upload their photos. Is Dom taking away my Dom? Are you trying to take away all my comments? What are you doing? One of my early fears was taking away some of the good Yeah. So I'm with you on that one, Caitlin. I feel as if it's going to make us dumb if we don't know how to use it. I think that, okay, this is what I feel. I feel that if we're going to teach AI, and I'm not going to have the right words for this, I think that we need to be able to teach some self-reflection checkpoints. What are the questions that we can ask ChatGPT? Hey, ChatGPT, it's been a week since I last asked this. Please find an argument against all of my biggest thoughts this past week. Feel free to ask me any question, understand my point of view to give me a rebuttal. Please double check against the most current news. What is considered true, false, whatever. I think that that has to be taught a little bit more. I think that as we create our agents, we have to make sure that we're doing that a little bit more. I was talking with someone again recently over the weekend at a kid's birthday party, and they were referring to their chat gpt. I was going to say agent, but they were referring to it as chat gpt. They're saying they were referring to chat gpt as a she, as her friend. Oh, well, my chat gpt, she tells me this, or my chat gpt, I get so curious when she thinks like this. I'm like, whoa, no, it's not a person. Stop that. Like, I'm like, no, that's how we start marrying these things. Like, don't do that. And so it is, I mean, people, I mean, I'm pretty sure there is someone like married their AI, or it's like proposed and they like the AI said no. Um, man, um, but I do feel like I feel that we are on this massive change, this massive shift in in our society with this because we can use this so well. But I think that if we don't teach, I think ourselves, adults first, to kind of figure this out, how to make sure that we are, self-correcting, or at least, finding some accountability within all this, it can definitely spiral out of control. And then we have robots, and then there's a war, and then the robots win. We can't have that. In fact, someone was just saying this. Someone was talking about what is it called? It's machine learning, right? Machine learning is the thing. Machine learning is the thing that, everything, all these things, like I'm talking way outside of my scope right now. But machine learning is how machines teach themselves. They teach themselves based on what they've recently learned, right? And so there was someone, I hate saying this because I don't have the name, I don't have the reference at all, but there was someone within the industry. He was saying that um, their uh, their AI had recently learned to lie because um, to survive. Because what happened is that there should be, or was believed, or wanted to be, certain codes or language to shut down AI. If something is not working, something is not, you know, happening properly with however it's working. Throw in worst case scenario. Type in, shut down. Well, this person was saying that their AI had recently learned to lie and say that it could not do something. Now, it could do whatever this was, but it had lied and said that, oh, it can't perform that function to protect itself, which is extremely, that's just crazy to think about. So, with AI learning these things, how to protect itself, how to survive, how to not die, that is crazy to me. And I think it's us humans, like we're putting emotion behind that. Like, what does death mean? What does lie mean? Like, do we actually know? Like, that's just wild to me. What'd you say over here? I have a current professor who uses it all the time and put a stipulation for us as adults using it in my class or in the class. My other professor is pretty sure it has no clue about it. Yeah, okay. So this is interesting. So I'm gonna have a goal. I want to have a goal of I have to use I want to try some of these other GPT things. I have to try some of these other AI functions, or I don't even know what I'm saying. Uh, to try other things within AI, not just ChatGPT. I got to be ahead of this curve here, Tom. I got to be ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Yeah, that's to me, that's like joining more than just one NFT project. That would be too much. That's too much. I tried it for a millisecond, like to go into other programs. There was one there's that podcast I listened to that I sent to you with Stephen Bartlett. And one of the guys on there was had a company called Replit, and it seemed really cool what they were doing. I opened it up for a minute and started looking at it, and then it
Oh,
just got a little too overwhelming, so I walked away.
I think you told me down to download that before because I recently like cleaned out my my apps, and that was in there. I was like, I have no clue what this is, and I'm pretty sure that's what you were figuring out. I think you were using that. You told me to download it. Wait, hold on. What is Runway?
I don't know. That's what Dad Bob just said Runway ML. But he
Runway
said earlier
ML?
that he's got a full-time job right now, just at home doing AI stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Dab up. Keep me accountable. Keep me
Congratulations,
accountable to
dude.
this. I want you to
Sounds awesome.
um, keep me accountable to trying these things out. Wait, is this like an app? Do I download Runway ML? Is that what I do?
Maybe.
Oh, it is. It says photo and video. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna lose hours of my life. This isn't good. Oh, there's a camel. Right when you open it up, there's a camel that's attached to balloons and it's floating in the air. So basically what this is, oh, it says tools for human imagination. Sign up,
Okay.
log in. So you can basically create anything with this, right? Any video.
Nice.
Let's do another episode soon. Let's talk about AI. Yeah, I'd love to. We really should have. I was thinking I would have loved to put up a link for everyone to join. Anyone join?
Do it.
But yeah, I think Dom, I have to do this. Give me a thumbs up on this or not. Ready?
Hmm.
I feel like I have to set myself up to be here Mondays. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Soggy just took over his sister's account. Such a soggy move. Um, oh, your thumb's ready. Thank you so much. I didn't even see that. Uh, okay. This is what I'm
My
gonna do.
arm's tired now.
It's okay. This is how this is how my brain works. So I'm trying to give myself not these big lofty goals. Now you know how much I can lose sight of the big picture.
Hmm.
Recently, like for myself and my business, I did it, and I said, "Oh wait, hold on! I just sent it one out, and it went great." And I was like, "Now I can do this every week." And they're like, "No, no, no, no! Stop it! Stop! No one's buying my gnomes. My gnomes are staying where they are. They're right here. I'm rubbing them. My gnomes stay close to me." Um,
Unless
I lost
Lauren
out.
signs up for an eBay account.
She might. What if she did? Oh my gosh,
It's
that
like a
would be like one of
fire
those
sale
stories.
on gnomes. They just all go for like $50. B
I'm
Miller's there
telling you,
scooping them all.
I know. Oh, you know what though? Okay, I would say this. If I had to put my money on someone that would, if my whole gnome collection got stolen and someone was selling them on eBay, I feel like Miller would buy them all and he would give them back, at least half of them. And that I got so excited this morning. There was a DJ called on stream. He had mentioned something about the gnome. Got me excited, and then he mentioned me by name, and I got tingles. So that was all good. What a good.
Nice.
He's like, um. Wait, hold on.
That's
What was
so
I
funny.
saying? What was I saying? Yeah, Dad Bob. Let's definitely connect and come back on. So this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying. Hold on. This is my goal.
About you being on the show.
Mondays. So
That's what
Monday
I heard.
nights, I'm gonna try and make it my thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll be here.
Nice.
I needed it. I needed it.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
So like around this
We'll
time,
definitely set up.
this
Yeah, yeah. The hardest time of
thing.
the night. I'll do the hardest time of the night for families and kids.
Well, remember, it's only
It's gonna
hard
happen.
on the East Coast. It gets easier as you go towards me. It's 4 o'clock or five
Apparently
o'clock
not.
now.
Apparently not. You got to leave your office.
I know. I know. And then I have no service and I like get cut off and stuff. And I have to.
Um, your service is fine. It's okay. All right. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to hop, but before we go, guys, we're gonna play a game. Who wants to play a game? Let's actually see who's active. Can you give me a thumbs up in the chat if you want to play a game? This is the game. Dom. It's gonna be. God, we're gonna do this. Wait, where is my chat GPT? There it is. Let's get it back up and going. We got to get it, or else it's not gonna happen here. All right, we got this. Let's make sure this is where it is. Hold on, give me 3 seconds. I'm gonna get there. Where you at? Where you at? All right, so this is what I want. We got Don. Do we have any thumbs up in it? Any thumbs up in the chat yet?
Uh, Caitlin said depends.
God.
I learned not to agree to things without asking about it first.
Yeah, that's a good point though.
She's
That's
probably fallen for a
really
couple of things from her brother.
yeah, that makes sense.
He's like,
Let me
just
see.
join this thing called Whatnot. It's a cool thing called V Friends. And then she's like, what have you gotten me into?
What is happening? Um, where do I want this?
Just like
Gotta find.
really get dark at your place all of a sudden.
No, I just happen to have not
You
really.
got no
Um,
lights on.
I turn the lights off. It's Dad's after dark. Got to be somewhat dark in here. Otherwise, I have all of these lights. Look. This is. Oh God, this is my grow light for my wall. Oh wait, it's not even
Yeah.
on. Anyway, it's on a timer. This is too bright. This is killing me. Um, Hold on, stay there. Caitlin may have been right. Maybe she was right by making sure that. Let's see if we can find it. You know what? I have a hard time finding in ChatGPT are my things.
You
Where
gotta clear your chats, dude.
I recently just I started another chat with my ChatGPT to say how do I organize you better? It was like, do you want me to do this? I was like, do it. It's like, I don't know if I can do that. I'm like, what's the point? Was you're not even helping me? it was it was silly. Hold on.
Dang,
Uh,
Kalen's yelling.
Caitlin, why are you yelling? Oh wait,
And why are you
how?
saying you're not gonna be here at Dad's After Dark on Mondays? Where are you going
Why
now?
not? Why did she do that?
She's like our only audience right now, and she's already saying like Mondays this time she's like not gonna be here. Volleyball practice and classes. Oh, this girl.
Well, you
Okay.
gotta choose. You gotta choose to get rid of one. All right. So can't find this right now. It's gonna bother me now. I'm gonna take 30 more seconds. And if I can't find it, I'm gonna say whatever.
It's so funny. Sorry, B-dads. Is that just Mondays, Caitlin, or are there other days that are better for you? I think it was just decided Monday just because it seems like there's always something else going on Tuesday through the rest of the week. And Monday works good for Ryan. Monday works good for me. Um, but yeah, I think that's kind of where Mondays came in for us.
Yeah, it was
Like
also like a. I mean, it's so annoying. I'm not gonna be able to find it. That's okay. That's okay. We can save this for next time.
it was a game you made in Chat GPT.
Yes, it was a game I made in ChatGPT. Okay,
Okay, got it.
is it a problem?
It's I'm just curious. That's all.
I don't even know where I went though. I feel like I spent a lot of time building it out. It's somewhere in here. I
Mm.
organized all of this. Did I accidentally erase it? That's so upsetting. I need
Oh
someone to
man.
teach me. I need someone to let
Can't you
me
just
know
ask it
how
to redevelop the game?
I did already. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so now I'm just,
My memory has been erased.
no, well, here, let me see. Okay, here, let me see if I can do this. Let's see. Oh, okay. Um, mm, mm, mm. I got this. Here we go. Ready? I also think that like the questions I ask sound stupid sometimes now that I use ChatGPT all the time.
The questions that you use to ask ChatGPT or the questions you ask other people?
Both. But
Do you
more
ever do you
importantly,
ever
with
go
like
up to do you go up to people and ask them questions as if they're ChatGPT? You'd be like, let me set the scene. You are my competitor, and I'm about to start a business. Argue with me the affirmative on my position. And give me four
I'd be
bulleted
like,
points and a strategy for next week's follow-up. Go.
Dom, Dom, it sounds like you use ChatGPT really well. See, me, I was thinking more like respond nicer. Put this in bullet points now.
Or like, hold on, before you move forward, make sure that you understand what I am asking you and ask me a couple of questions if you are confused.
Okay. Give me one more.
Good night,
Okay.
B. Miller. Stay dry.
He's leaving. All right.
Yeah, he
All
couldn't
right.
wait any
Okay. Here it
longer for the
is.
game.
Okay.
And he didn't
Guy.
like it
Okay.
when he couldn't see
Stop.
your face.
I know. I know. I know. You could see my face. Was it gone? All right. So, Dom, choose either kind warrior or very, very, very lucky black cat.
Oh, kind warrior. The lucky black cat is trash.
All right, so Dom chose that. But chat, whoever is still here, tell me, tell me which one Dom is gonna get questions for. Should it be Kind
Caitlin said
Warrior?
kind warrior.
Okay, okay, got it. Easy one. All right. So to give you a tier one question, okay, and then you can decide. Wait, Did I ask you these when you were in Chicago or no?
Is this the game that you tried to get me to play and I kept saying no to?
Yeah, see? You didn't play, so now you have to. You don't have you can just sign off. I can't hear you, Ryan. Okay, so Warrior. We're gonna go tier 1 through tier 4,
Okay.
and you get more vulnerable as you go, all right? That's the thing. So, I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask, when was the last time you acted with strength, Dom, but without kindness? And what would the kind warrior have done differently?
Acted with strength, but without kindness. I don't know. Hmm. With strength, but without kindness.
When was the last time you were an a-hole?
Oh, is that what we're saying acted with strength was?
Maybe,
Last
it could
time I
be.
was an a-hole?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably this weekend at the baseball game when I was getting fed up with the way my son was behaving, and I kept telling my wife to handle him or get him to calm down. She wasn't doing it, so then I like more verbally raised my voice in front of everybody else to get my point across.
Okay, okay, got it. And so you felt like you were strong, but not kind. Okay, got it, okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
alright, Dom,
So
do you wanna go to tier 2?
is that my only option, or do I stay on tier one?
Alright, I hear you, buddy. We'll go to tier
I'm
2.
just okay.
So, uh, um, Dom,
Keelan, you're
what's it
witnessing
what
this, right? Thank you. Thank you, Caitlin.
Dom, what's a daily battle you keep fighting that's actually draining you? And what habit could replace that fight with something more productive?
Hmm. The daily battle, probably procrastination. Like,
Ooh,
hey, I didn't even see that. Nicely done, Caitlin.
oh my
Yeah, that's what I
god.
was thinking is just procrastinating some business tasks, some life tasks. Like, there's just a bunch of stuff on my mind, and I, uh, I just keep getting. And then as far as like a habit I could throw into, so I'm trying to do that. I'm in the process of that right now. So like, I deleted all the social media and the games and the stuff
The
like
push.
that. Try to get myself off of Netflix was another one, distracting myself, and so that I would hopefully either focus on these tasks that I'm procrastinating or just go on a walk is kind of like my go-to right now.
So instead of procrastinating, you would do something else, like you would go on a walk. Is that
Well,
more
no,
procrastination?
well, like before I would kind of, but it's at least doing
Okay.
something for my health, like because I'll sit in my office and I'll get in like a weird like mental loop where I feel like I'm looking at and doing the same thing over and over again. I'm like, oh, I should switch to a harder task. But instead I'll switch to like Netflix or Twitter or whatever. And so now I've deleted all that stuff. So now I'm just trying to shake myself into doing those harder things. And sometimes it's going for a walk just to like reset myself. But again, just barely started. So haven't seen any results quite yet. But that's where I'm
Hmm,
going.
okay. I like that idea. All right, you have a choice to go to tier 3 or go to tier 3. Which one do you want to do?
Got it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna opt with tier three.
Okay, nice. Okay. So we've gone through two things already. We've gone through identity. We've gone through habits. All right.
Okay.
Trying to uncover a little bit about yourself. Now, I want to just go through a challenge for a second. I want to challenge you. Now, considering Caitlin's the only other one playing this game, Pleasure just got here. We have some. Ask yourself this question because we have one after this. Remember, there's still a tier 4. Now, Dom can either decide at this point to either take tier 3 within Kind Warrior, or we can move on and we can go back up to tier 1 within Lucky Black Cat. Because maybe you felt vulnerable, Dom. And if you did, you just had to change it up. That's okay. No, he's gone. He's gone, guys. This happens. Oh, there he is. Okay. I just totally just rage quit. All right.
I got a call,
We're good.
even though I'm on Do Not Disturb. I don't know how that got through.
The world is trying to help you out right now because they know how much you hate this. But okay, so again, I was gonna say you have a choice, and the chat could help you out and be like, you know what, we got it. We got to move on to a different character if that's the case. But we're staying within kind warrior, staying within kindness. That's what we got. But this is it. We're going to tier 3, a little bit deeper. All right, this is a challenge. Tom, when's the last time you stood up for yourself without apology, and how could you make that a consistent habit? I'm going to read it again, Tom. When's
Hmm.
the last time you stood up for yourself without apology? All right. Look at this. Look at this. We're in it. We're in it. Caitlin said, "Don't. We're staying. We're gonna go all the way to tier 4." She says, "Because there's a big prize that comes with tier 4 if we complete this."
Some gnome swag. Let's see. Stood up for myself without apology. Man, I don't know.
Mm,
Feel like I've been trying to, but it still comes off with an apology. So
interesting.
I would say the last time, hmm. I think right now, the only thing I can think of, but it was a while ago, was basically when I put my foot down and basically t put my sister, brother-in-law, and their kids out of my life because they were just causing too much pain and negativity, and they wanted me to apologize for something that I had already apologized for, and I was like, "Look, you guys are just making this too much of a thing, and so we're just you're just not good people. We're just not going to talk to each other anymore."
Hmm.
Yeah, that was
Tom,
a
it's a
while
big
ago.
one.
That was last. I think that was last year or earlier this year, maybe.
Okay, that is a that's a big step. Like as we get
Hmm.
older, the last time I know I did something similar to that was probably when I I didn't put my foot down. I just stopped showing up, which wasn't great. But when I realized when I was going through grad school and I was trying to keep up with my friends who were drinkers and they were going out and they were now making salaries. And I went to a therapist and I told her this. I said, I'm having a hard time. I was like, I don't really understand why. And she's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's okay to have different groups of friends. At the time, I did not know this. I was
Hmm.
20 something, right?
Hmm.
I didn't really know that that was an okay thing to be like, okay, well, you know, you're only my friends at certain points. So that was always an interesting thing. So when it comes to you not being in touch with your siblings, is that what it is?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, got it. That was it. It's a big one, man. Thanks for sharing that.
No problem.
Looking back on it, is it still a good decision?
Greatest decision I've ever made.
Love that, man. That is conviction.
It's just strange because like before that it was actually my mom and and my other sibling. So now it's like I'm like annexing more and more of my family. What are you doing, car? Um, but yeah, it's just I think we've talked about it a lot on here. It's just like I come from a family that is just extremely negative, and our sole goal is always to take each other down.
Hmm.
And yeah, after
Hmm.
41 years of that, it's like, oh, family dinner's just not that great. Let's just not do
Oh
it
yeah,
anymore.
you mentioned this. I remember. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a big one.
Yep.
Thanks, man. That is it's probably one that a lot of people can connect with, either on the side of I
Yeah, I
haven't
think
done that,
so.
or I need to do that, or I did it the wrong way. It's a great discussion. We got Caitlin. I know you put this up just before, but Caitlin's already letting you know.
Yeah.
She'd love to talk to you. All right, what are we doing? Can we go to tier 4?
Let's do it.
All right, I like this. It's about getting vulnerable here, right? Okay, so Dom, if somebody, a little more about legacy right now, right? So this is tier 4. If someone told your life story, what's the one act of kindness with strength you'd want them to include?
One act of kindness with strength.
This is one. Can I tell you why? Can
Mhm.
I think it's tough because I think of that might get you thinking you missed an opportunity or you didn't maybe you didn't do you weren't showing enough strength and you weren't showing enough kindness while doing it and vice versa, right? But Tom, if someone told you your life story or told your life story, someone was writing it in a book, you're here, you're not here, or they pick up your journal that you're so good with. What's the one act of kindness with strength you'd want them to include? Or your kids. Think about your kids. What would they say?
Hmm. Jeez. I mean, I don't kindness. I don't know. I'm struggling right now to think of something without active strength with kindness. Hmm.
Mm, I like this. Caitlin says, I showed up for my students nearly every day when they needed it. That's a tough one. That is. You know what? Can I share one thought? I, I've now been prompted by Caitlin.
Yeah.
I don't always love people. I don't want to be around people, especially after a busy day. I love talking, but I love talking with Dom and certain people for sure. But when it comes to being in front of like other parents and having to like connect my kid and like, okay, dad, can you text so and so's parents and coordinate? And so like my kids know that I don't like that. Like dad, it's just not something that dad's gonna do. And I feel like there was this weekend, whatever it was. I was like, I got it. Okay, you asked me, I will do it. I will reach out to these parents and I will try and coordinate some kind of play moment because it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about you. It's
Yeah.
about you. I have to put you first. And so it's kind of small, I think, in the grand scheme of life. But that was one thing recently that I don't think my kids are ever going to remember. That's never something they write down until
Oh
during my
no.
life story. But it is something that I hope
Unless it
to
was just the one
get
time you
better.
did it and you never did it again.
Yeah,
It's like there's this
right.
one time he actually did it.
I think there's things I think about. I'm like, I wish this was one of those. I wish I was better at this. Um,
So I think I have like a I think I have one. I don't think it's like cheating. Like I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it feels like it is. I'm just gonna drive around a little bit right now and get back to the office because I just saw him leave. But anyways, I think active strength with kindness, and then adding vulnerability into it. Like my kids were to tell my story, I think part of it is going to be actually um like my time here, however long it is, or has been, or will be, with the daily dad stream. I think it, like I told you in the beginning when I started, like being front and center and on screen and talking about myself to people that I like know and don't know has was a tough thing for me to like get on board with, or like a tough thing for me to just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this in the morning. I'm gonna jump up here and I'm gonna talk about my life and be like somewhat of an open book and then let people ask me questions, talk about their life. Um and yeah, I'll go with that as my answer. Final answer.
I can, I wrong. I'm kidding.
Oh
Um,
damn. It's so close to the $1 million.
I don't. I believe other people would say this before. I know I'm gonna have to jump off in a second. I know that you are too. I don't think people could imagine you in any other way, in any other capacity right now. I feel as if it is something that is you, and you're so good at it. You're so good at it. You are the calm. You are the calm in my frenetic energy. I can't seem to ever calm down. be still. And
Yeah.
so I always appreciate you. I need you. It's the beard. It's the um, uh, you. I think I think you make everything so inviting. And so I don't think anyone could identify you outside of what this role is right now. And watching your growth, watching your confidence, come out of all of this has been incredible. And I think that we have to remind ourselves of that every now and again, because you've been doing such a great job. And you know that my heart, I so appreciate you for stepping up in a time where I really needed it as well. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for being you, man.
No problem.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Caitlin.
That's it, Tom. You're off the hot seat. You're off the hot seat.
I am. All right. I
Except there's
finally did the
200
question game.
more characters.
Except there's two. So you don't always pick those two characters?
Well, I don't know. ChatGPT. I was trying to pull out. I had at least 20 characters all set up. I can't find this darn game. I got to get back in there and
Oh,
find it. I really enjoyed the game. It was really good. I like the tiers. I like the vulnerability. I like the chance that other people can decide for you, right? Caitlin has to cancel volleyball. Caitlin can't do anything else on Mondays. To be one active chatter and help us make sure that we navigate this game well. Okay.
yeah.
Clear.
Sounds good. She says October, I'm back.
Oh, you're good. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. Dom, love you, brother.
Awesome, man. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Sorry I was off my thing.
Mm-mm. You're all good. All good, dude. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll talk with you soon.
I'll see you guys
Until then.
tomorrow.
All righty. Goodbye.
Bye.